Welcome to another episode of the Uncensored Truth Podcast. I am your brother, O-God, from Hip Hop News Uncensored. And sitting across from me is my co-host.
What it do? What's good? It's your brother Sandman. Viral Hip Hop News. We are in the building. We are live. Exclusively on Hip Hop News Uncensored. Another episode of the Uncensored Truth Podcast. Oh God, what's good, my brother?
What it do, Sandman, over there from Viral Hip Hop News. We in the building for Friday Night Live episode of the Uncensored Truth Podcast. Everybody that's going to watch this right now, as always, I need two favors as you're coming in. Hit that like button and please make sure that you share this video with a friend. Tell them that the Uncensored Truth Podcast is on. We about to go in.
Indeed, 330 is in the building. They already know how to do it. You drop them area codes for your brothers right here at the Uncensored Truth Podcast. Let us know where you're from so that we can shout you out. We had a great day today. We just had a dynamic interview with CEO with I Am More Movement, Mr. Michael Forrest. That interview will be dropped throughout the weekend. Had a great week of hip hop commentary. The people were really engaged. We always love that, man. We had some great discussions. Talk about those this evening as you guys drop some area codes. I see Oakland's in the building, 510-617-757-770-4770. Man, we had a great week. Can't wait to get with you guys and talk about some topics this evening. But yeah, man, God, how was your day, bro? How was your week?
Oh, it was absolutely great, man, this week. You know what I'm saying? Just, getting it in, man, grinding, personal, life and stuff like that. And, happy to be here, every night in front of the people. Like the brother said, man, drop those area codes in there right now. And y'all tuned in to the motherfucking best.
Hey, we like to do what we do here at the Uncensored Truth Podcast, man. Y'all let us know if there's anything that y'all want to talk about this evening. We like to get to the chat room, get to the people, and talk about anything on the Uncensored Truth Podcast. 973-404-415-239 in the building. 973 in the building. 666 is in the building. We got the devil in the house this evening.
Shit.
Let's work. 323. You know what I mean? What's good with him?
Yes, sir, man. What up? What up? What up? I see Keys Inc. in the building. We in here. 804-770-678-666 is back in the building. 336. I see you, North Carolina in the building. 517-210 in the building. Yeah, we're gonna talk about a little bit tonight, man. We got a few things on the lineup. We're gonna be talking about T.I., Spike Lee, calling for a boycott, of designers, in particular Gucci. We're gonna talk about that. Also, we're gonna talk about 21 Savage again, a little bit more. Now the Fed saying that he pretty much, was caught with a loaded weapon, when he got arrested for the whole immigration thing, and a few more things we got on the ticker tonight, but not a whole bunch, but we're going to get it in as always, man.
Indeed, man. I seen somebody drop somebody that they want to talk about.
Okay.
And let's talk about it. It's real impromptu. We talked about it briefly in pre-production, but we never really wanted to have it on the show. Chris Brown and Offset, man. Now, I did a story on it a couple of days ago on Viral when that whole situation came out. Obviously, people know that when 21 Savage got locked up, memes started coming out. People started taking it personal, joking. Yami came around, and Chris Brown dropped a meme. And Offset responded, sparking all this nonsense on social media, man. What are your thoughts on this situation right now, brother?
I was, I think it's kind of, I don't want to say chat, it is what it is. Obviously, you were telling me, beforehand that Chris Brown tried to holler at Cardi B when he had that breakup. So this might be, why they was going back and forth. But I just think it's just guys just talking shit. I don't think nothing's going to happen. It could, but you got the security entourage is rolling with them. It'd be ugly, between that. But obviously everybody's not gonna get along, man. We got to realize that anywhere you go, it could be a job, you could be in the church. People just don't get along. We can't expect these guys. So I don't see, make too much of it.
Yeah, what I don't like about it is how you're beefing on social media and making such a spectacle. And we're gonna hear, you guys can't promote the nonsense. You can't do this. You can't do that. But it's almost kind of like you want, or they want you to,
right?
When you're sitting on your social media and you're running your mouth real reckless, and then you're dropping it for everybody to go and take it. These various platforms are going to take it, snapshot that, and run with it and throw gas on the fire.
Fact.
You're talking about come to my crib. People are dropping addresses, but really nothing is getting done. And we're sitting here like WWE commentators talking about it.
And they both got legal issues.
Talk about that,
and stuff. The probation is watching, the judges is watching. You just got to kind of, just kind of leave that. When y'all see each other and y'all want to get it in, maybe our security say, look, y'all let them two get at it and get it in. I mean, they had a situation like that, I think, with Cassidy back in the day with Gilly. Gilly wanted to fight Cassidy, if I'm not mistaken. Back in the day. So, I mean, those situations can happen. I just think it's a little bit, that silly. I rock with Chris Brown, though. That's my dude, man.
Yeah, I rock with Chris Brown, and I met Offset a few times in the Brigada doing security details and things like that. Both good brothers. This is sad to see.
Right.
You don't want to see. You don't get involved in any nonsense and throw gas on the fire and have them boys looking at y'all for any reasons and having y'all locked up when y'all don't need to be. This is corny, man. Let this shit go. But it always comes back to a woman, and I guarantee you this is because of a woman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see you, Victor Montoya. He says, damn, I watch this every day, and I never get a shout out. I give you a shout out right there. Also, in the comment section, if y'all rocking with Team Chris Brown, press 1. Your Team Offset, press 2. You know, in the comment section.
We're going to do Team Brown.
Team Chris Breezy. If you Breezy, press 1. If you're Offset, you know what I mean? Press 2, man.
Oh, got throwing that gas on the fire.
Yeah, man. But definitely. We'll wait for those other people putting 2 to 1s. They starting to come in there, you know what I mean, slowly. Okay, 21. Let's talk about 21, man. 21. I understand, man. Looks at the tally there. You get that in a minute. Somebody put 3. Come on, man. 1 or 2. 1 for Breezy, 2 for Offset. But let's talk about 21 Savage, man. You know, it was a shocker. A story came out a few days ago that 21 Savage was pretty much born in the United Kingdom. Mm-hmm. He was a citizen of that, you know, district, that province, whatever they call it. I never knew. Well, pretty much we found out that he overstayed his visa, you know, one day, and they had locked him up at immigration. A couple days later, you know, they pretty much put out a story, the police, and said that during the altercation, pretty much he went over a curb, you know what I mean? And the police pulled him over, searched the car, and inside the glove box, they found a loaded handgun inside the glove box. So a lot of people were saying a lot of things. To me, in my opinion, this would pretty much, you know, either way you look at it, whether he was from UK or a citizen, this is bad. You know, if that's true. His lawyer did put out a statement just to clarify and say that it doesn't belong to him. Our question is, then who does it belong to? But we ain't gonna go there. What do you think about that? Once again, Sandman, you know, 21 Savage, you know, on the story of him being, you know, a gun being found in his glove box.
Well, we talked about it. I think we got the news. Everyone got the news on Sunday, and we all heard that he got arrested on Friday by ICE, and the story came out that he was from the UK. And we've been talking and reporting about this all week. My whole take on it now, that we're at the end of the week. It's almost been a week now. He's still under federal custody. Mm-hmm. No one knows what's going to go on. They're threatening the 10-year deportation. Now we're getting all this new news, and I'm sure there'll be more news coming out. Either you're going to send him back or you're going to let him go. Mm-hmm. Don't have him sitting here in one of the worst detention centers of in the United States for what? Now, I hear a lot of people and a lot of naysayers saying that he promoted a lot of drug-influenced music. He promoted robbery. He promoted murder. He did things out here that were against the law. He deserves to go. Then you got a lot of people out here saying that he was an upstanding citizen doing better with his life. They are looking at him and profiling him unjustly for what he's doing and what he's saying out here, especially recently. Mm-hmm. He deserves to stay. My whole thing is whether he goes or he stays, get him up out of there, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hellhole, obviously, in any type of holding facility, prison, whatever, you know, and they are going to say that's one of the worst ones in the United States. So, yeah. Some people make some good points. They said, you know, it's still a rap scene in the UK. Uh-huh. Worst comes to worst, you know, but that loaded gun there is going to be an issue that he's going to have to deal with, you know, sometime in the near future. We'll see how it plays out, you know, with his attorney and everything saying it's not his in the next few weeks, but not looking good at all for 21 Savage. Denise, I appreciate that comment in the building, but y'all tune into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Old God, and Sandman. Going in tonight, everybody that's coming into the building, I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that like button and make sure you share this video. Let's get some more people up in here. Tell your friends that the Uncensored Truth podcast is live and going in. Now, let's move to the original, you know, story, you know, tonight. And yesterday we reported, I don't think we posted it yet, but Gucci put out a clothing line in blackface. You know, and it caused a lot of backlash. Now, since then, Gucci has issued an apology. Well, a lot of people are stepping up. T.I. being one of them who stepped up. And this story actually just came out. And he said, he puts Gucci as a 7-figure customer and longtime supporter of your brand. I must say, y'all got us fucked up. Apology not accepted. We ain't going for the oops, my bad. I didn't mean to be racist and disrespectful to your people shit. Y'all knew what the F y'all was doing, and we ain't going for it. We all got to stop buying and wearing and supporting this piece of company and all the piece of shit companies until they learn to respect our dollar and our value, our business. T.I. also added, our culture runs this shit. People of color spend $1.5 trillion a year, but we are the least respected and least included. But if we stop buying anything, they must correct any and all of our concerns. That's the only way. When can we get some respect put on our name? I don't give a F if I gotta wear Target brands. Gucci. Sandman, what do you think about T.I. leaving his statement at Gucci on his Instagram today? What do you think about that, bro?
Well, like you said, we talked about this yesterday on the podcast, and we dropped the podcast in its entirety on the Uncensored Truth Podcast official channel. We're getting great response on this particular topic, and the topic of conversation amongst our people is very surprising to me because I initially thought when we looked at it, it was immediately jumping out the gym to us that, yo, this is racist as hell. This looks wild. I mean, you look at the color, you look at the lips, you look at this. There's some real questionable things going on here. They don't need to explain themselves. We need to cancel them. This is what we said. And as we're going through, I'm seeing a lot of comments from people that we respect the commenters. There's some of them moderators and things like that. They ain't that bad. They didn't see what was wrong with it. They really didn't see the problem. And I'm like, whoa, what? So are we kind of taking this a little too far? And then the more I looked at it, I'm like, nah, you can't throw out these kind of clothes, $1,000, $1,200, $1,300 when our people are out here dying, the young people in the streets for a Gucci belt. Like we alluded to. You see people dying in the streets for a Gucci belt. It's the height of success when somebody could throw in a piece of Gucci clothing and be looked at like, look what I have on. This is me. This is the stature of success. And that's bullshit. And then you can go ahead and throw nonsense like that out. And like I said yesterday, and I joked about it, when was Future gonna buy it? And that was a little bit of a jab, but it's just like we promote this nonsense so much, and we'll lay this under the bed, under the curtain, like it never happened, and continue to promote, make them millions and millions of dollars. And it's obvious, in the legendary words of Michael Jackson, they don't really care about us.
Yeah, I think it's blatantly disrespectful, and like I 100% agree with T.I., you know, as a matter of fact. But we talked about this. This is something that has to be contemplated, and the people that's watching, you know, I apologize, we can't put it on the screen right now, but just go type in Gucci blackface. You can see the the apparel that they put out. I think it's, you know, again, people have to sit down and approve this. You know, Spike Lee also put out a statement and pretty much said, look, like we need to boycott these companies, Gucci, Prada, etc., until they get some black people in the design rooms, because how does this get approved to even get put out on the shelf? This is blatantly disrespectful to black people. Period. Again, if this was something else, a lot of people don't like this. When people does stuff against other races, they're outraged. And the thing I like about what other races do, they stick together and they will say, fuck Gucci. They wouldn't buy Gucci no more. You're still going to have the people who they're going to still do it. But I got to salute T.I. and anybody who's going to step up and say something about this. It just needs to be back with some real action, because this is disrespectful as hell.
That's a fact. And this is why I want to kind of stretch on what Spike Lee said. Do me a favor in the chat room real quick. We're going to go for one. We're going to cancel Gucci, boycott Gucci, or two, we're going to give them a second chance. I want to see what the people are feeling, what the people engaging right now. One, boycott. Two, we're going to give them a second chance. But to talk about what Spike Lee said, and you said we got to take action. Is it enough to have black designers in there to go ahead and go, nah, this is cool, nah, this is not? Or should we just simply cancel Gucci? We've made them millions and millions and millions of dollars. I laughed at you. I said, they just saved me a whole hell of a lot of money on the Gucci watch, because I was looking at one maybe to kind of pamper myself a little later on down the road. Let me grab me one of those. And seeing this, I'm like, fuck, hell no. No way. And we got to start doing and making a conscious effort, because we can go ahead and drop the memes. We can drop the IG post and say all this nonsense. But if next week you got on a Gucci robe, some Gucci flip-flops, Gucci this, Gucci that, you just doing it for show.
Yeah.
And I praise what T.I. said, and I applaud him. And I hope that you never see him with Gucci on. I hope you never see it. Let's start promoting each other's brands. We just had a brother in here who has merchandise. Right. We're going to start grabbing merchandise. We got to start wearing other people's brands. Yeah, y'all see us with the Jordan and all this stuff on, but we don't get paid by them. We'd rather wear other brands, rather wear other people's brands, rather wear our own. We got to start doing that and building it from the ground up, watering the root instead of watering the fucking plant. Right. Got to start from the bottom.
And this is what, you know, he makes a great point, because I always say these celebrities don't realize the power that they really have. When even the brother who was here, shout out to brother Mike Forrest from IamMoreMovement.org. Go to the website, IamMoreMovement.org, where he said that I think Fabulous wore one of his nephew's hats, and the dude made like 10 bands, you know, over a course of a few weeks. So when they, another company is Fashion Nova is now, it seems to be the big company where everybody's kind of atting and wearing their gear, and they may look like it's pretty nice stuff, but these celebrities, all they got to do is come up with their own brands. They've done it in the past, a lot of FUBUs, the Sean Johns and Rockawares, and get their friends to promote this and make it cool and fashionable. And because, like you said, it's not enough for us to be in the design room. We need our own companies, but we don't have to worry about this. I mean, we can go on and on about that, but I feel like people are still going to support them. You know what I mean? But I do feel like, that we need to take a stand, start to, because that's where it starts at. When you start withdrawing the dollar and not paying and buying their nonsense, then they want to start moving. But my thing is, don't accept the apology, because at the end of the day, Gucci, if nobody would have said nothing, they would have kept that shit up and kept it moving.
And that's what I'm saying. In the future, some rappers, somebody would have bought it and promoted it, and it would have been some nonsense. It would have been some fuckery all over that. Do we need to start holding some of the rappers, entertainers, and various people within the hip hop and just within the culture accountable if we see them wearing this? Or is it kind of like, they're going to do what they do, we got to leave them alone to keep it moving? Do we need to hold rappers and entertainers accountable when we see things like this? And we'll continue to see the promotion of this. Like, do we need to come on the podcast and go, yo, so-and-so, that was effed up, that was wrong, or are we going to be considered haters for that? What's your thoughts on that?
Nah, I think we should. I don't I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not gonna say I don't see it happening, but we're gonna have to start doing stuff like that, or it's going to keep happening. It's either like stop. Either you could complain about it and do nothing, or you can complain about it and do something. Make your own. What happened to T.I.'s Cool and the clothing that he had? Like, make this stuff popular. Stop. Even I talked about Nicki Minaj, and we were talking yesterday. All this Fendi on, and I get it. People want to wear that stuff, but a lot of these designers don't even want us wearing their stuff. They don't make it for us. A lot of designers been on record. I mean, if you go back to a lot of the orders of these companies, they're racist companies. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I see a lot of people throwing Tommy Hilfiger out, and I seen another brother who said he has his own clothing line, Jamarcus, if I'm not mistaken. Listen, man, we're gonna have our address and email information. If you have anything you want to promote on this podcast, or anybody else has anything that they want to promote, you're more than welcome to do so. We'll have that information provided to you throughout the podcast. What was I talking about? What were we talking about again? My fault.
We're talking about
Gucci. In regards to the boycott. Yeah, it's damn, I lost my train of thought.
Right.
What was I saying?
Yeah, somebody said F that I'm still rocking Gucci. Nah, I mean, we pretty much talk about, the celebrities and holding them accountable.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? For, wearing this. Yeah, but who's going to hold them accountable?
That's what I wanted to talk about. My bad. Tommy. Now, we talked about Tommy Hilfiger. A lot of people bringing up Tommy Hilfiger in the chat room. That was my original thought. And we watched something on Oprah yesterday, how they were a clip way back when all the rumors were going around when Tommy Hilfiger got popular, and then the comment came out where he didn't want us wearing his clothes anyway, and that got up in arms, and it seemed like he was doing damage control pretty much on Oprah. But talked about how a lot of entertainers, and I believe it was Snoop, wore a pair of his jeans or something, and that skyrocketed his company. Yeah. And then you think about all these other brands. Polo comes to mind, Jordan comes to mind. Other ones come to mind where, and we even got Jordan on, but come to mind where a lot of them promote it and make these places and companies billions and billions of dollars, and they not only ignore us but blatantly disrespect us. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that's like almost equivalent to spitting in somebody's face,
right?
You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's something. Once again, salute T.I. For that statement. Let me pull up what Spike Lee said too, because he put a post on his IG today. But before I do that, everybody, please go ahead and share this video and hit that like button. Do not wait. Go ahead and tap that like button. So Spike Lee pretty much posted this today, and people who watch the playback, you'll see it on the screen here. He said Prada, Gucci puts their images up. He says, I, Spike Lee, of sound and mind and body, will no longer wear Prada or Gucci until they hire some black designers to be in the room when it happens. It's obvious that the people that they don't have a clue when it comes to racist, blackface, hateful imagery. Wake up, you dig? Show enough. And that's the coonery and buffoonery. He goes on to say a little bit, more. Again, man, salute it. But I want to see a lot of action. I mean, this has been going on. I mean, I think, for years, pretty much with different companies. Adidas was just reprimanded, for doing this. Obviously, we know that these companies, and we can point to Nike. Nike is one of the few companies that they stood by Kaepernick to a certain extent, a few months ago. But yeah, man, it's obvious that once one of these rappers wear it, whether it be a Yankee hat, a sneaker, they're influential, and everybody's going to want to wear it, and it's going to affect that company's bottom line for now and probably even forever for some of these companies like Tommy Hilfiger and Polo.
Indeed. T-Pain, Florida rapper, he has something to say about the situation. Yes, Gucci really did this, but keep promoting it. Happy Black History Month. How many of y'all are boycotting? Y'all boys talk big on how y'all dropping heavy bands at the Gucci store, then go to a Black-owned business and try to get a discount on 2 white tees because we got to look out for each other. Y'all boys big goofy. Oh God, what's your thoughts on that, man? I couldn't agree more, man, on that sentiment.
Yeah, I mean, you always got, you know, the segment of guys who are like, man, I don't care. You have all these rappers up in arms. You had this one dude to pop out and flooded in Gucci headband, Gucci watch, Gucci belt. So you're always going to have the ignorant among us. But again, man, I'm about, you know, the companies, the rise of the independent companies, you know, people who, you know, making those popular. That's what I'm about. You know, somebody put in the chat room, why do we need Black designers? Oh, we don't need them. Make your own stuff and make that popular. Everybody now, again, is the Fashion Nova thing. And I'm not hating. Get your bag. If Fashion Nova's coming with a deal for you to promote on your Instagram, okay, you can get your bag. I'm not going to say you shouldn't get your bag, but what we're trying to do is independent, man. If you really want to fix this problem, it's independent companies that don't have to, you know, bow down, you know, worry about stuff like this. You can hire your own people.
Indeed. I want to go to the chat room real quick and read a couple comments in here regarding this issue. I don't think Gucci hates Black people. Black people are huge contributors to Gucci and would do anything for their customers. All right, I appreciate the comment, but my rebuttal to that is this. We were talking about this on the Unsaid the Truth podcast yesterday. If Gucci did really make a mistake and are sorry, why don't they go to some of their biggest people that donate to their brands, your Futures that go ahead with 300K, you got your Soulja Boy that wears the headband and all these people that rock and make them the most money, and go ask them a place or organization where they can go and donate money to their school system, go donate money to their community, go put dollar in certain places where brothers and sisters can't afford Gucci, but go ahead and die in the street to try to go get it. Won't you try to go make some genuine change? They ain't caring about that. And it would be easy for them to go ahead and sign a check to people's donations and go and do that. But you got rappers out here promoting the nonsense. You got people getting top dollar for it. They don't really care, man. That apology, they could save that. I have to disagree when it comes to Gucci, because if the Gucci deliberately did not know what they were doing and it wasn't intent involved in that, they'd be putting their money where their mouth is, and all they doing is apologizing.
Yeah, and I'll read what Gucci said, just to be fair. They said Gucci deeply apologizes for the offense caused by the wool, you know, baklava, I don't know how to pronounce that, you know, whatever that word is, jumper. We can confirm that the item has been immediately removed from our online store and all physical stores. We consider diversity to be a fundamental value to be fully upheld, respected, and at the forefront of every decision we make. We are fully committed to increasing diversity throughout our organization and turning this incident into a powerful learning moment for the Gucci team and beyond. People are not accepting that. You can make mistakes as companies, but this one, you know, is unacceptable in my book.
Indeed. Somebody said Soulja Boy no longer supports Gucci because he said they didn't cut a check. I'm not sure if Soulja Boy said he's wearing Fendi now.
I guess he was saying, and I get it. And when these guys, you got Gucci Mane, who obviously, you know, was influenced by Gucci. So you got people who are making these brands popular again, and they won't even cut them a check. Like if we're wearing something or whatever, and they won't cut us a check, he's saying, I guess it's saying like it's disrespectful. Now you jump to another one. Everybody has different levels, you know, that they protest on. That's all I'll say.
Right.
You know,
indeed. As I'm scrolling through the chat room right now, I'd love to get the people involved. Monterey Moore was popping, big dog.
What up?
I ain't seen you in there in a while, man. Good to see you. Gucci never really cared about Black people. I'd have to agree with that. Somebody said something about Nick Cannon too. I'm not in regards with that. Say Carrie owns Gucci. Yai Saint Laurent. I can't even say Balenciaga. Alexander McQueen. Yeah. See, I don't even own any of these things. That's what I'm saying.
See?
They should all be boycotted as well. I agree, man.
Yeah. I mean, this is all the ones that you see the rappers wearing. You know what I mean? Is the ones that, you know, even I see people talking about Jordan. You know what I mean? Which I love, you know, wearing Jordan. You can see I got it. Sam Hank got the Jordan over there. There's been a lot of criticism also, you know, of Michael Jordan about, you know, him as well.
And that criticism is deserved. And I can honestly say I wear more so because of the comfort. I like it. It fits me the way I need to be fit and things like that. But I'm more than willing and could not wait to rock our people's brands, other brands. We're working on different apparel. You're working on it. I'm working on it. We're working on it collectively. We're talking to different people out here amongst the community who have different brands and designers trying to get clothing in here so that in particular, once we're on camera, we could be promoting them brands, those hats, as opposed to promoting the Jordans.
But here's the thing though, Sam, man, not to cut you off.
No,
it's like, bro. All right, they say that, and it's like, yeah, we should promote our own brands, but if we didn't wear the Jordan, let's say if we wore something from Walmart, who owns that? What's the who? You don't even know. So that could be somebody who supported apartheid or any something else. So you know, you never kind of really know unless you get your own fabric and make your own thing. And definitely, trust me, we're on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, indeed, man. I can't agree more on that topic.
Yes, sir. But you're tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother Old God and Sam, man. Going in today on this Friday night. If y'all don't know, we go live every Friday night right here on this channel at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I see more people coming in. As you come into the building, make sure that you hit that like button and make sure that you share this video. I see I've been doing a great job of that, you know, thus far. Yeah, definitely.
Indeed. People are asking what happened to FUBU. FUBU ain't never coming back. FUBU, when did FUBU come out? I want to say, what, 96, 97 or sometime? Let me look. I don't want to make it wrong.
Yeah. But, you know, it kind of just went under. You know what I mean? At one time, and we was talking about that, how, you know, prestigious it was. Like, if you can get a FUBU shirt, back when we was going to school, kids, oh my goodness. Man. It was like, if this had an FB on it, and then, you know, the way that they, you know, promoted it, even though we didn't know, we weren't very cognizant of what it meant, but it was for us, by us. And it doesn't mean that they always made it specific that it wasn't just about black people. But, you know, Daymond John, you know, the creator of that company, that was something big. Also, Rocawear was something big, Jay-Z and them. And also, you know, Sean John. But yeah, what year was it created?
Yeah, I got the history up real quick. The company was founded in 1992 by obviously Daymond John, Alexander Martin, Keith Perrin, and Carlton Brown, with a line of hats made in John's house in Hollis, Queens, New York. According to the company website, John mortgaged his own home for $100,000. And with that seed money, he and his three friends and co-founders turned half of his house into a factory and the other half into a living space. 1992. At its peak in 1998, FUBU grossed over $350 million in annual worldwide sales. FUBU has received several honors for its entrepreneurial achievements. These include 2 congressional awards, 2 NAACP awards, the Pratt Institute Award, the Christopher Wallace Award, the Online Hip Hop Award, citation from the Queensborough president. So it was transcending out here. I'm trying to see what kind of turned the belly up and what made it fall. I'm sure money in some kind of situation and investment.
Probably just couldn't compete with other companies.
Exactly.
At some point, you know. Definitely. But yeah, man. A lot of people also are throwing in there, you know, Puma, which we know a lot of notable people, Jay-Z, Meek Mill, countless other people, you know, have gotten deals. And again, get your deals if they're going to give you deals. But, you know, could Meek Mill, you know, make his own company and that be just as successful as a Tommy Hilfiger or Polo? I believe so. I believe that this can happen. You have to believe, you know what I mean? You know, Kanye, a lot of people talk about Kanye, you know, his aspirations of wanting to be a, you know, designer and his brand out there. He's one of the people, you know, who wants to really do something and he's really doing some big things, you know, in the fashion, you know, arena as well. So
I think that Kanye in particular, he needs to get out of that Adidas deal and do something particularly on his own. He doesn't need the backing of someone else, an Adidas or Reebok or none of that. Go ahead and do your own thing. We see Master P. He has his own shoe out. And he's doing his thing with the leather and things like that. They're always on a self-owned mentality. And Kanye West early on was complaining about that and almost kind of like he conceded and say, you know, fuck it, we're just going to go ahead and get this deal and get these shoes out. And yeah, I'm going to overprice them and do what I want because the Gucci's and all these things can do it. Why can't I? I agree with him on that. But do that on your own. And then let's go ahead and support, because some people think they ugly. I happen to like some of the Yeezys and would support it way more if it was strictly on Yeezy.
Right. Now, the Master P was talking about, they're called the Money Yadas. Master P has those, you know, out. I could check that out, you know, right now. Money, then YATTY, you know, luxury sneakers that he has out. Stephon Marbury, you know, he has sneakers out. So a lot of people, you know, Big Baller brand. So there's people who are going in that vein. Now, is it going to be hard? Yeah, to compete with the bigger company, because we was talking about GOAT, the sneaker app, about how that was, you know, so revolutionary, how they did that. They just got funding. I think it was Foot Locker, one of those companies that came in. So these companies are always looking, you know, to buy you out, you know, if you get big. But the people who need to maintain the independence and start building out. Because we need institutions at the end of the day. We need our own institutions, just like any other people come here. You go to Chinatown, you go to different Jewish communities. We need that here. What happened to that for us here? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We get so much money, we spend so much money with these other people, but we don't have anything to call our own. That needs to change. So shout out to Master P and Stephon Marbury and brothers doing anything, independently.
Absolutely. We got to kind of follow those trends a lot more and get off of these riding of the waves of these other designers and things like that, because the money doesn't circulate back to us. It circulates into other areas. And oftentimes those areas are to affect us and hurt us. You talk about the prison and how the prison industry and things like that. And you see how we live, you see how our education is. So if money ain't getting put back into that, man, I don't want to hear it. Let's start promoting our own. Let's start promoting independence so that we can get a better handle on what's going on out here. And you won't see things like this. We won't have a conversation on whether or not it was racist or disgusting or be outraged. They'll be shut down.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's get to the chat room real quick. I see us reading. My man Monterey Moore said something I wanted to get to.
No doubt.
Yo, Sam Ant and oh God. Oh, he said Sandman. My name is Sam Ant real quick. Let's talk about that because I see people calling me Sandman and I appreciate that and I love it. But I really don't know what the fuck to do with Sandman. I don't know how to make it my own. It's Sam Ant. Samant. The backstory on that is my first name is Sam. My middle name is Anthony. Sam Ant. That's how we work that. But yeah, man, to get to the question. One of these casts, we got to talk about this next level of Me Too movement. What kind of world are we living in? I rocks with y'all heavy 100. Appreciate you, Monterey Moore. He said this next level of the Me Too movement. Elaborate on that a little more for us, brother. What in particular do you mean about that? Because we see it out here. I mean, we could talk about Bow Wow a little bit and him in that situation he dealt with the domestic violence situation where both parties got arrested. I heard there was tape out. I really didn't get involved with the situation outside of seeing the two mugshots. I don't know if you know too much about it.
Nah, I didn't really. Since that one little story, I didn't really deal too much about it. But I know from just hearing that it looked like she may have got the best of him, and he's kind of pretty much saying that she was pretty much attacked him. You know what I mean? Obviously, that's what he would say. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know too much about that. There are other things I think could be better examples of like the Me Too. Than that. But I think what people are saying is like these women, coming with really no evidence and coming from the past and gaining so much steam, you know what I mean? And pretty much taking brothers down, whether it be by way of the media, lawsuits, or even some people even getting legal cases from people coming back up and people just thinking that they could come up and now just liars, people who never maybe even had any sexual contact, which maybe knew you or something and is able just to put a story, go to an outlet and people begin to believe it. And we know how the media is. Once it catches fire and it goes out, people just going to believe it.
The wild thing to me is this, man. When you look at when we first heard the situation where he got arrested, she got arrested, we all automatically jumped to the conclusion that Bow Wow did something wild. He hit this girl, right? It's stereotypical. We automatically thought that on how the narrative was steered in how it was presented into the media. And then we see the pictures and we see him all scratched and tore up. And we're like, damn, if he looks like this, I wonder what she looks like. And then her face is clear. And it makes me go, okay, she got the best of that situation. But what was Bow Wow supposed to do? Because if he hit back and he wins the fight, he looks even worse. And then if he goes and gets beat up, we're clowning him for getting beat up. But my question is, if the roles are reversed and it was that young lady's whose face looked like that, would she be going to jail with Bow Wow? Or would Bow Wow just be going to jail? Why did he have to go to jail and look like he got assaulted? It was like, okay, wait, she's saying it, so we got to make sure that he goes to jail. But if he said I was assaulted first, it didn't matter. If she looked like that and he looked squeaky clean, she wasn't going to jail.
I think it's definitely, I don't want to call it a double standard, really. But we all know that if a woman, if she says something, they coming for you. It might not even be nothing on her. So yeah, it's upside down that way. But if it could have been the other way around. I mean, he could have been the victim. And she could have been going in on him, trying to stab him or something, and he had to defend himself. Now, obviously, you should defend yourself, but hitting women should always be. But if you have to maybe grab something to restrain her and try to get away, we just got too much power, physical power, to really lay to a woman. I mean, you could, do some serious damage.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, I kind of believe that. But if your life's in danger, you definitely got to do what you got to do. What that means is, it's up to you. You got to deal with those consequences.
You better learn from Mayweather and learn how to duck and weave and move and slide your shoulders and shit. Because the second you hit it, it's a wrap.
But see, the thing is like the domestic violence, man. It's like it's dangerous because it's so much emotions involved in that, both sides. So who knows what they're arguing about, and if people don't have the self-control, you find yourself scrapping with a woman. That's probably what happened. You know, from all the accounts from the police, they saying they came up and they were scrapping with each other. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Crazy.
Yeah, great point, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But you're tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Oh God and Sandman. Going in today, please, if you're listening, hit them like buttons. We need to get them likes up before we get out of here tonight. And also, please make sure that you share this video. Yes, sir. Just a quick recap. You know, tonight we talked about, you know, our brother Mike, you know, over here for I Am More Movement. You know, we talked about, you know, T.I., Spike Lee, pretty much. T.I. really coming out and calling for a boycott of Gucci and other designers who continue to disrespect our culture, you know, and also, you know, some other great topics, you know, we went through. I kind of wanted to add this one in, but we were talking about the Raycon too. It's kind of like a little off. We were talking about the entrepreneurship thing.
Ray J.
Yeah, Ray J. You know, his he's another cat who's trying to compete with you know, people like Bose and Beats with his own headphone out there. So I think that's you know, dope that there's a lot of people out here are still trying to do the independent thing. His website looks real good as well. It's rayconglobal.com if you want to see Ray J's new line of headphones.
Yeah, Ray J's doing his thing, man. Salute to him. I was talking about getting a pair of his headphones. He has the scooters. Anytime you turn around and you see him promoting something, it's him shaking somebody's hand and breaking a new deal. You got to salute that. I wanted to get to my man Monterey Moore because he elaborated. I guess he was talking about as far as the Me Too movement in regards to battle rappers, industry rappers, and athletes getting caught up. I think that's the day and age we live in. And this is what I was worried about when it came to just over victimization and wave runners and surfers. Once they see that they can get popularity off of something, not to say that not everyone is not telling the truth. Some people are telling the truth. Not everyone's lying, but you also got to understand, and you also got to keep it 100. Some people like to ride waves. It's very popular to ride waves. And if you see one athlete get caught up and you see attention get seeked from that, then yeah, other people are going to do it. Other people are going to do it. And when we all have phones and we all have the quote unquote power to go ahead and drop something to potentially make it viral, that makes for a deadly weapon. Yeah. And now we're seeing situations where, okay, and not to kind of just to joke around, it ain't as easy as it was 10 years ago to cheat as it is 2019. It's hard to do that because you got people with cell phones, you got this, you got that. Everyone's trying to be famous. So you got these artists, athletes that may go out and step out and do what they do. And then the second they do wrong, or the second they may do something that, go ahead and sleep with a chick, the potential of them, quote unquote, doing something wrong, assaulting this or that is out there now. Get yourself
a girl, man. Get a wife. You know what I mean? Like my man my man 7 Mile Rock. Yeah, I ain't gonna repeat what he said, but it's like, you know what I mean? You know, get yourself a wife, man. These groupies and stuff like that is all nothing but trouble. Because they see dollar signs and, you know, let something not go right or wrong. You don't return the phone call or text. Next thing you know, they call him rape. Get yourself a nice little woman that you can trust. And you can be home at night. You don't got to worry about this type of stuff. You know what I mean?
They pushing for it in 2019. the year to play is over.
Right.
It's fucking it up for brothers in their 20s.
It's over.
30s I can get for, man. 20s. God, man, you can't do nothing no more.
Yeah.
It's a shame. And I'm not saying that. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah, man. But you tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast, man, with your brother, Oh God, and saying, man, we want to say peace to everybody out there. Go ahead and start dropping them area codes for us. Go ahead and start dropping them area codes in the building tonight. You know what I mean? As we, you know, get ready to, you know, wind down.
Yeah, man.
Here, man. Definitely let us know where you at tonight, man. We want to go ahead and shout y'all out, you know, and let, you know, we want to see where y'all at tonight. Definitely.
Yeah, man. We love the support of the people. 216 is in the building. We always love to do this every Friday night live on Hip Hop News Uncensored. Make sure you subscribe to the Uncensored Truth Podcast official channel because we will start going live over there a lot more. We drop content over there on the daily, and we like to get raw over there, man. We have a good time. Make sure you support all of the movements as the area codes come in the building. We appreciate it. On another note, Terry Crews is a clown. Hold on. Fuck anyone defending Liam Neeson. Monterey Moore, I agree 100%. Terry Crews he's being a clown right now.
Yeah.
And Liam Neeson needs to be canceled.
That was sick. We didn't actually post it, but we definitely did a segment.
We got a lot of topics that we got to drop, man. We'll drop them throughout the weekend. But yeah, we went in on that too.
Definitely. Yeah, man. Y'all got to get the full. Go to the Uncensored Truth podcast channel on YouTube, and we dropped the full podcast there. So if you want to see the full podcast, go check that out right now. But I see the area code starting to come in tonight. Let me start shouting these out. I see Little Rock in the building. 330-502-336-601-323. 214 in the building. 313 Atlanta in the building. Yes, indeed, man. Also hit them like buttons too, family, as we get out of here. Yes, sir.
Indeed. 518-330 in the building. 305. I seen Camden's in the building. Jersey all day long. 678-318. Clark, what up? 616. What up? 410-562-615-313-612-210-502-305. We love the interaction. 215-318. Philly's in the building. Appreciate each and every one of y'all, man.
Yes, sir.
Indeed. Go Cowboys. Not here.
Nah, man.
You see Sean Taylor, number 21, and that bullshit back there?
Come on,
we
man.
don't do that over here. None of that Cowboys stuff,
y'all want our quarterback, though. The Skins want y'all want Nick Foles, though.
That's according to Mr. Smith. I don't think we wouldn't do Nick Foles that dirty, man. Don't come over there to the Redskins, man. Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Definitely. 718 Brooklyn, 312-314-214-954 in the building. 678 Detroit. I see you in the building. That's LBC, that Long Beach, California, 562. Peace to you. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. We appreciate Louisville, Kentucky. Yes, we do appreciate everybody, who watches these. Also important to hit the subscription bell to make sure you get all notifications. Wherever channel you watch this on later, make sure that you hit that subscription bell to make sure you get all notifications because we drop like crazy.
Indeed, man. We about to get out of here. Another one in the books.
Yeah.
We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Let me get in 901-413-312-317-773 before we get up out of here. We appreciate all your support, man. Shout out to the moderators. Darren in the building. Monterey Moore in the building. Salute to you, brothers, for always keeping it clean in the chat room, man. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. I see my man Darren. Peace to you. 317 in the building. Chattanooga, Tennessee, 803. Yes, sir.
Queen B, I skipped a comment. My bad. My fault.
Boogie down. Okay, it's mad of y'all in here, man. Crazy.
New York's in the building, man. We always get love and support New York. New York loves. Yeah. You know what I mean? Cali, we get a lot of love. And, of course, down there in Atlanta and Louisiana.
All over, man.
Shout out to the people in Louisiana, man. We're Louisiana at the building, man.
I see Phoenix. Y'all. Phoenix want to shout out.
Phenix.
Yeah. Phoenix is real nice.
Phoenix is nice out there, man.
Definitely 860-864-504. We loving it, man. We could be here all night, man. We can definitely be here all night. But y'all, be safe. Keep your head on a swivel, man. Once again, it's the Uncensored Truth podcast. Just go type it in wherever you're at. Twitter. We got the Twitter up right now. The Instagram is up. Just type in Uncensored Truth podcast. And follow us, man, wherever, like I said, we will definitely follow back. Definitely. People be hitting me up, baby. I thought you said you're going to follow me back, man. Hit me up on my Instagram. And I'm like, I got you, man.
But see, people don't understand. Now you got to realize we got workers and staff, and we're trying to work and get interns and things like that. So a lot of the social media, we like to get to the private stuff when we can. But if we don't get to everything, apologies. We got other people on there pumping out content, things like that. Because personally, we don't really even care about it too much, but we love the interaction. We love to get involved with y'all. So if we don't get the follow back, we apologize. Send us a message. Let us know. We'll definitely get on that, man. But we appreciate the support for real. It's about to spark that. You already know Monterey Moore. Goddamn it. What strand we got for the post production this evening? Oh God, what we got?
Some type of kush, something.
He said some kind of kush. Indeed, Wake and Bake podcast coming soon, exclusively on Viral Hip Hop News. Y'all go ahead and stay tuned for that. That'll be up in March. But we'll be kind of switching the gears up, and you'll see another side of Sam Ant and raw. Oh God, man. And we definitely gonna be blazing the goodie to the Most High.
Also, we also, probably end of the summer, we're gonna be popping off a sports podcast. I think that we really need to deal with that. It's just a lot of work. So if we get to it, we will. We got some movies and stuff that we're gonna be working on. Just a lot of good things. We don't want to put everything out there, but I see you, Corbett Robinson.
Yes,
I see you.
Indeed.
Y'all need to vote for us for the podcast awards when they come up next year. Put us in the conversation. You know what I mean? Go to iHeartMedia and vote for us because it is what it is, man. We doing it,
and we humbled by that, man. Anytime we see that, we're humbled by that so much. Y'all got to do us a favor. If you rock with the Uncensored Truth podcast, if you rock with your boys, Oh God and Sam, man. iTunes, Spotify, Google Play. If you got an iPhone, if you got an Android. Go ahead and hit that podcast button. Subscribe to your boys. We got a great lineup coming to you real soon on exclusive content over there. Let's get those numbers up. Let's get us in the conversation. We appreciate each and every one of y'all support. Y'all go ahead and drive us, man. Thank you very, very much for real.
Be safe, family. We are out of here.
We out of here. Peace.